Cup of tea, please, Alan. What, you working double shift? Where's Carol?
She was at her sister's end night last night.
Won't be seeing her till lunchtime, then?
I doubt it. She wasn't looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah, that's what they all say.
Do they?
Yeah, so us blokes won't worry about what they're getting up to.
What are you talking about?
Well, women on a hen night. Have you seen them?
No.
Once they get a few drinks inside them, oh, terrifying. Yeah, you asked Carol this morning what it was like, and she'll say, I can't really remember. A bit boring, really.
Don't know, and I forgot to set the alarm. I'm sorry.
You got hangover?
No, I only had a couple of drinks all night.
Alan's just been telling me you were at a hen night. What was it like?
To tell you the truth, I was bored silly. What?
Nothing.
So you didn't have a good time?
No, not great.
Still be better on Saturday. A wedding?
Yeah, listen, you can get straight off to bed. Blossom's going to take the kids to school.
Full breakfast whenever you're ready, Carol. Carol?
Oh, one full breakfast coming up.
I don't like having to do this, you know. I mean, I don't object to you having friends, but I told you before that Tiffany's bad news.
How long am I grounded for?
Till I can trust you.
How long's that going to be?
Well, that depends on you. Now, how about some breakfast?
I'm not hungry.
What are you doing?
Well, I've got an hour before I have to go to school. This is what you want, isn't it?
Oh, Sarah.
Well, isn't it? You're off early.
Yeah, well, Ricky's taking another day off to help Bianca out with her fashion thing, and there's a lot to do.
What, are you going to be up the high street at all today? You're running out of baby wipes.
Well, like I said, I'm busy, but, well, why don't you get Pat to do it?
What do you mean?
Well, she's so keen to help out, isn't she?
Hey?
Look, Kath, I've been thinking about it, and, well, Mum wants to help out with the party. I think we should let her do it. You won't let her be godmother. We've got to let her do something. Now, you're going to tell Pat, because if you won't, I will.
All right. I'll tell her.
So come on, you can tell me.
Tell you what?
The hen night, what was it really like?
Boring.
Well, why don't I believe you?
Well, you believe what you like.
And what's up? Weddings are supposed to be fun. What is it? Don't you get on with your sister?
No. Yes. That's not the point.
So what is the point?
You've got 5 minutes.
What's up?
Last night was awful.
How come?
Well, apart from my sisters, nobody said a word about Alan all night. Or Billy.
Oh, dear.
They're nowhere near as bad as my dad and brother.
I take it Alan doesn't know anything about this.
Oh, yeah, he knows all right. At least he thinks he does. I mean, that's why he's so determined to go. He's turned it into some kind of a test. Oh, it's supposed to prove something about our commitment to each other. Though I don't see what. I mean, he thinks my family are just a bit unpleasant, you know, a little bit set in their ways. You don't know what he's letting himself in for.
Every time, Mrs. Stoddard is with a client or Mrs. Stoddard is in a meeting.
Mark?
Well, I'm going to phone at 9 o'clock on the dot this morning. She can't be in a meeting then, can she?
Mark, electric. You said you'd pay that.
Is that what you're thinking about? My dad's in prison, stitched up by the bloke that's taking my mum on holiday tomorrow. And all you're thinking about is an electric bill.
They're talking about cutting us off.
They just say that. We've got weeks yet. You know, sometimes I don't think you care at all. Ruth. Ruth, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Have some breakfast, please.
No, thanks.
What's going on, Sarah?
I'm doing my homework. I thought you'd be pleased.
There's no need to go over the top. I'm only doing what I think's best for you.
I know you are.
We still friends then? Good girl. I'm only doing this because I love you know that. See you at 4:30 then. And no hanging around bus stops, OK?
So I'm free at the cabaret and we have to come out the taxi.
Right, I'll pick this up tonight.
Yeah, right. Here, what do you think of this?
Oh, that's nice.
I got this when me and Arthur went to Halkidiki. Just needs a dry cleaner. I was wondering whether to take it with me, but, well, doesn't seem right somehow.
Well, of course you should. You need something to wear on holiday. And listen, don't you worry about Martin. We'll take care of him. You just concentrate on having a good time.
I don't want to have a good time. I just want to have a rest, to be anywhere other than here.
Yeah, I know.
Well, if other people want to think badly of me, well, let them.
Well, I'm all for it, you know that, Pauline.
Yes, I wasn't thinking of you.
Mark just feels protective, that's all.
Doesn't he realise how supportive Willie's been to me through all this? Perhaps I won't take this after all.
Tiffany!
What?
You got a visitor!
Oh!
Well, come downstairs and find out.
I'm just about to have a shower. Who is it?
In the bar. And get rid of her, will you? We've got a lot to do today.
Hiya. What are you doing here?
Dunno.
Off to school?
No, bunking off.
Did you hug Glenn, though? Are you all right? Did he give you more grief when you got him? He shouldn't have spoken to you like that, you know. Not in front of other people. You know what it's about, don't you?
What?
Well, you don't want blokes fancying you. He can't stand it. My dad's just the same, all dads are.
Do you want to go out or something? Look around the shops, have a coffee maybe? I've got some money.
Sarah, I've got to work. I've got a lot to do before we open up, you know.
Oh. Oh, I see, all right.
Sarah, are you all right?
Well done.
In your room looking for dirty towels.
I'd rather you didn't.
It's a right state in there. There's washing all over the floor. Coffee and mugs on the windowsill.
Well, it's my room.
Smells in there and all.
Mum, I'm not 12 anymore.
Stop behaving like you are. I'm not clearing up after you.
Well, I never asked you to.
When are you going to tell Bianca about Joe? You're just going to hope it goes away, are you?
I'll tell her. Soon, very, very soon.
You can tell her about Karen and all.
Yeah?
I don't understand you. All right. You didn't know her very well, but she was still your daughter. Why didn't you tell us when you first knew?
Mum, this is a very confusing time for me now. Please, I ain't even got my own head round it yet.
How do you think it makes me feel? Oi, I'm talking to you.
Morning, David. Is everything all right?
I know I never met her, but she was still my granddaughter.
Look, I think we need to get out of this house. Now, what do you say to having lunch out somewhere, hmm?
The other way! Yep! Straighten up!
She's perfectly capable.
All right,
Here, you get back here. You can't get out of it that easily.
Get out of what?
I've got 25 roster in that van for me catwalk. Borrowed it off the Amateur Dramatic Society. Needs shifting and you've just volunteered.
Listen, Bianca.
What?
Oh, I have to do it another time. I can't help you out, sweetheart, because
You know there's a dress rehearsal, don't you?
Dress rehearsal?
Oh, Cindy, this applies to you as well. There's a dress rehearsal tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock and I want you both to be there.
Oh, tomorrow afternoon's a bit difficult for me, actually, Bianca.
Yeah, me too. Sorry.
Oh, please. What's a fashion show without a dress rehearsal, please?
All right, I'll be there.
Thank you, Cindy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, thanks ever so much. I'll see you later.
All right, darling.
Hey, Mum, what you look like this for?
Oh, looking forward to seeing you, you know.
Yeah, me too. Saw you talking to one of your other women last night.
Oh, yeah?
What are you talking to Carol Jackson about?
Oh, don't start, Cindy, please.
I'm not starting. What's up?
Nothing. I'll see you later. I've got to get to work.
Mum!
Yes, love.
I thought you said that you were going to pay last quarter's VAT.
No, I said I was going to transfer the money into the current account.
What is the point in doing that if you're not going to write a cheque? It's the third time we've been late. They're charging us interest.
Let me see.
But you keep telling me you've got everything under control when you haven't.
I'll sort it out.
It's a bit late for that now, isn't it? In the meantime, all that money's been sitting in the current account doing nothing. Well done, Mum.
This is all a mistake. I'm going to phone them and sort it all out.
Yeah, some hope. Want it? Any word? From who?
Marie, she hasn't rung then?
No, and I can't ring her, can I?
Ah, sorry, I've looked everywhere, haven't I?
No, it don't matter. Well, you look like you want something.
Yeah, I've been asking around. I want some advice.
Always check your flies when leaving the jets. Anything else?
About setting up in business.
They're engaged. I'll try them later.
Well, here's the woman you need to talk to, then.
What's that?
Oh, Nigel wants to know how to run a business, so I'll leave him with you, shall I?
Why did I agree to this?
Because it's for charity and you're that kind of man. Now, I want that pointing diagonally starting from this corner. Michael, how are you with electrics?
Electrics?
Well, it's only Geeta's picking up the lighting now and we need someone to help rig it up.
I've got a market to run.
Oh, it won't take long.
Give in, it's easier.
Right, I'll see you two later. I've got to go. I want this rostrum out time I get back.
Well, come on then, we can't hang about. But you don't want to get on the wrong side of her.
Don't think I don't know. I haven't forgotten the Gary Rawlins business.
Can I speak to Janet Stoddard, please? Mark Fowler. Would she be in if my name was something else? Yeah. I certainly will phone later.
Mum, can I borrow 50 cups and saucers? We went somewhere about 6:30. Eh? From the fashion show, the community centre only uses plastic ones.
Well, shouldn't you ask Alan?
Yeah, well, you can use plastic ones. It's only for a few hours. We'll check it out of them first.
Well, maybe you should ask Kathy.
Who's going to tell her? She ain't going to know, is she? Where was it?
How was what?
The end night. Sorry I couldn't stick around. I had so much to do.
Well, you didn't miss much.
And what was the comic like?
Didn't make me laugh.
Mr. Evans. Detective Inspector Kempster. We spoke a few weeks back. What about the fire? The car lot over the road.
What about it?
Can I come in?
Yeah, of course. Please.
I've scribbled down a few ideas about grub. There you go.
Oh, right. Oh. Listen, Pat, about the christening, though.
I quite enjoyed doing that, you know. Gave me something to do. You know, took my mind off things.
Why? What's up? Is it Frank?
No, not really. David.
What's he done now?
Look, Kath, I don't really want to go into it right now. Do you mind?
Are you all right?
Yeah, it's nothing to worry about, love. It's just David being David that upsets me. So, was she going to say something about the party?
Do you know, I can't even remember now.
Oh, what'd you get me over here for, then?
I just wanted to run something by you.
Yeah, what's that?
I've decided to ask Ian to be godfather. Is that right with you?
Well, yes, of course.
Well, it's just my way of involving him, you know, letting him know that he's still important to me.
Well, that's no problem. But you didn't have to get me over here to ask me that.
Yeah, I just thought we could have a cup of coffee together or something.
Oh, sorry, Kath. Now I've got to get going. Roy's taking me out to lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to cheer me up.
Ah.
Well, I'm just sorry I can't be of more help to you.
Yeah, well, as I say, if anything should come to mind, doesn't matter how small, we'd be interested to hear from you.
Yeah, of course.
Roy, if you're ready for the off, I won't bother taking me coat.
Mrs. Butcher, we spoke before.
Yeah, Inspector Kempster, he's just been asking me more questions about the fire.
Thought we told you everything we knew.
Yeah, you did. But, well, sometimes it's necessary to go over old ground. Just see if something new turns up. Right, well, I'll take my leave. Thanks once again.
Yeah, I'll see you out.
What was that all about?
Oh, you know, much of the same. Where was I? What did I see? Any fresh leads I can give them?
He's not suggesting you had anything to do with the fire, is he?
No, of course not.
Well, why didn't he want to talk to me, then?
Look, let's go out for that lunch, shall we?
Yeah, why not?
Don't really think you're in the mood for it, are you? Shall we do it some other time?
You're reopening the mill machine?
Yeah.
And you want me to invest 2,000 quid?
Look, David, understand, all right? It's not that I need the money, because I don't.
So why are you asking me then?
Well, because you're family and you're a mate, and well, I thought I'd do you a favour.
Oh, sure.
Look, you give me $2 grand, right? I'll double anything you can get in the building society, guaranteed.
Well, look, I've got my own business to invest in, don't forget.
Well, kick yourself.
Right, well, I'll think about it. All right. Meanwhile, I could be losing customers.
Yeah, Drew. Tell that, mate.
Hello, Kathy. How you doing?
I thought I might find you in here.
Go on.
Yeah, can I have a quick word?
Yeah, go on.
Well, it's something I've been thinking about for a bit, only I'm going to tell Pat, so I might as well tell you.
Tell me what?
I'd like you to be godfather to Ben.
Oh, will you look at that?
And here we have Bianca Jackson in the timeless classic T-shirt and jeans, offset with white trainers and a plastic handbag.
Hey, Milan comes to Watford.
And the watch available from a dodgy geezer she met in the pub one night. 100% pure plastic and always guaranteed to be 2 minutes slow. Have you seen the time?
Uh-oh, I better be getting
I
home.
need a volunteer to go to our Aswagita and get the rest of our stuff. Oi, don't you know it's for charity? Come on, Ricky, back to work.
Your daughter has got a lot to answer for.
Yeah? How come?
I've been loading and unloading vans all day long. I'm supposed to be running the market. Any chance?
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
How are you now, anyway?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Really?
Yeah, I've been thinking.
What of?
Well, I want to get myself in such a state. I mean, no one's quite capable of looking after himself. So what if it does all end up in a row? What's the worst that can happen?
You might end up never speaking to your family again?
Precisely. And would that be such a terrible thing? Hello.
Just having me breakfast. Now what can I do for you?
Listen, I need 50 cups and saucers for tomorrow night. Can I have them at the cafe and I'll give you plastic ones instead?
No problem.
Brilliant! I asked Mum, she was a bit iffy, but I knew you'd say yes. Oh, listen, how'd you fancy a new suit for the wedding? I've seen one in the wholesalers, with the lining's a bit mismatched, but you'd never notice from the outside. And it's a 42, so it'll fit ya.
Great.
They're giving it away. It's only 25 quid. Listen, I'll bring it over later so you can try it on, but I've got a dash now. I've got a million things to do. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
All right, all by yourself?
Oh, what can I do with you?
Well, I thought one good turn deserves another. How do you feel about investing a couple of in my new business? I'm restarting the old meal machine, only this time I'm going to make it work.
One good turn deserves another. Why? What have I done to you?
Asking me to be Ben's godfather.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Mum told me in the pub just now.
And what did you say?
Well, I could hardly say no, could I? I mean, the more I think about it, the more chuffed I am. It's coming in. What's the answer? Yes or no?
To what?
Investing in my new business. Look, I'm offering it to family and friends first. I mean, I can show you the figures, but I guarantee you won't lose out.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid my money's tied up right now, Ian.
Well, if you change your mind...
Excuse me. Now look inside your bag, please. Would you like to come up to my office and explain?
What are you doing back here? I thought you were busy all day.
I don't believe what I've just heard.
What have you heard? What's up?
Ian came to see me 5 minutes ago.
Look, I was going to tell you. I can explain.
How could you do that after all the business with the party arrangements?
I did see Pat this morning and I tried to tell her, but she was in such a state I couldn't.
So you ain't told Pat?
What? No, I couldn't. I ended up telling her that I'd asked Ian to be godfather and having told her that... Anyway, what's the problem, Phil? I think Ian would make a great godfather.
You just don't get it, do you? Ben's my son too. I mean, didn't it occur to you I might have an opinion on who should be godfather?
Well, why? Who have you got in mind? Oh, no, not Grant, surely. All right, I'm sorry, Phil. Where are you going now?
Back to work. You're something else, you know that? You really are.
I should warn you that I'm duty-bound to inform the police. Do sit down. Have you ever done anything like this before, Sarah? So you've got a record?
A warning.
Why do you do it, Sarah? You know the difference between right and wrong? Then why? Can you give me one good reason why I shouldn't call the police? Sarah, look at me.
My dad's gonna kill me.
Do you want a tissue? If I was to give you a second chance, how could I be sure you'd take it? I believe that you're a deeply unhappy girl. Am I right? I'm offering you a chance here, Sarah. Question is, are you prepared to take it?
What do I have to do?
Will you come along to my house tomorrow night? My name's Alistair, all right? And I want to be your friend, if you'll let me. I'm prepared to trust you, Sarah. Are you prepared to trust me? Now, you've got a choice. You're at the crossroads. If you agree to come along to my house tomorrow night, it may change your life forever. Which is it to be, Sarah?
I've never had a suit like this in my life.
Not bad for 25 quid, eh?
Blimey, what's going on here?
What do you reckon then, Mum? He's going to wear it for the wedding, aren't you? I was just telling him it's a pity he's not the bridegroom. Listen, they only need taking up an inch, but you can do that, can't you?
Yeah, I should think so.
Shame it's not you and Alan on Saturday. You'd show him how it's done.
Oh. Evening. What's wrong?
Nothing.
How was school?
All right.
You still angry with me about last night? Hey, you know you can always talk to your old dad, don't you? You got anything troubling you? Good girl. Right. I'll make a cup of tea for us then.
What's about this Godfather business?
What about it?
We ain't gonna believe this, but Kathy's asked Ian.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Well, without asking me first. It's like I don't count for anything these days.
I'm not worried. I mean, what would I want to be the Godfather? I'm not bothered.
Yeah, well, you might not be, but I am.
Don't be too hard, mate.
I asked Phil, but he said no, which I expect him to, but I thought I'd better ask him, because, well, I wouldn't want him to be offended if he found out later.
And who else have you asked?
Only David.
And what do you say?
He's thinking about it. I'm actually quite hopeful of him.
Go on. Go on.
What?
Look.
Hiya.
All right.
Did you get through to Mrs. Stoddard?
No,
In a meeting?
she's in court. I'm not giving up.
Oh, paid the electric bill, by the way.
Did what?
Well, they were threatening to cut us off.
I've been putting them off as long as possible. Looks like I've been wasting my time, doesn't it?
Picked up the washing for your mums. You realise how much you're upsetting her, Mark?
But I'm not the one going away with Willie Roper, am I?
Mark, you're becoming obsessed.
Well, I'm glad somebody is.
Do you seriously think that your mother would have an affair with Willie Roper? Well, do you?
I'm not saying that.
Well, what are you saying? Because if it's not that, then what is it?
I don't know what she sees in him. Such a prat. And all the time there's Dad stuck away.
Are you jealous? Is that it? Oh, give me a...
Don't. I want to stay angry.
Is she the same girl who was in last week? What's going on? Oh, he's a dark horse. Did you know anything about this? Well, she looks a lovely girl. He deserves some happiness. I'm really pleased for him.
I would have run with you only, but I lost your number.
I'll write it down again. I was going to phone you too, only I've been in court all day.
Oh, yeah? Up with a charge, were you?
No, I was a witness.
No, yeah, what for?
Look, if I tell you what I do, I promise you won't think any differently of me. I'm still Marie, remember?
Yeah, I promise. So?
I'm a policewoman. Oh, boy.
I didn't say anything.
You didn't have to.
You realise, with Robbie out with Tony, and Bloss have given Sonia and Billy their tea over at the cafe, we've got the house entirely to ourselves.
So why are we wasting it?
Because you got a bit of work in 10 minutes. Do you know what? I'm actually beginning to look forward to Saturday for the first time.
So am I. I don't care what your lot think. We're a family in our own right, and Billy's living proof of that. I'm going to be a proud man.
Ah, good for you.
What if Saturday was our wedding?
Eh?
Well, you heard.
You'll be daft.
I'm just interested.
Yeah, well, we'd be getting married on our own for a start. But none of my lot would come.
Wouldn't bother me. I mean, I can imagine getting married in a suit like this.
Not to me, you wouldn't.
I thought you liked it.
Yeah, I do. But if I was going to get married, the bloke would have to be wearing one of those morning suits, you know, the top hat and tails.
You what?
Yeah, I had this fantasy when I was a kid. I had it all worked out. Country churchyard, man in tails, me all in white with half a dozen bridesmaids, all dead jealous. Me dad walking me down the aisle to give me away. Oh, and my picture on the cover of Bride magazine.
You've never mentioned that before.
Yeah, that's because I ain't 12 years old anymore. And 4 kids by 4 different fathers. I'm hardly Bride magazine material, am I?
So is that why you turned me down?
Eh?
Because I can't give you any of that.
Oh, don't be daft. I told you I don't believe any of that stuff anymore. You must know, I think marriage is a joke.
What, any marriage? Or just our marriage? I mean, that's what you think of me, innit? You think that I'm a joke too, don't you?
Hello.
Look, it's nothing personal. I really like you and
Oh,
everything,
don't
but...
bother. You know, I always try to judge people on who they are, not what they do. For instance, East End pub landlords have a certain reputation. Thuggish, boorish, bit thick and always on the fiddle, but I thought I'd give you the benefit of the doubt. It's not nice to have one's prejudices so resoundingly confirmed. Good night.
What's happened?
She wasn't stopping. She only come in for a quick drink.
She looks a lovely girl. What's her name?
Doesn't matter.
Are you seeing her again?
I don't think so.
But why ever not?
Look, I'm going upstairs for a bit, all right? Not now, Nigel.
I don't understand. She seems so nice.
Yeah, she was. WPC. Nice.
What's that all about? Hey, I mean, we're having a pretty normal conversation, then you suddenly fly off the handle. What's going on?
You've got a brilliant way of making me feel second-rate. Do you know that?
What are you talking about?
I've never been good enough for you, have I? Let's face it.
You're not still upset because I said I wouldn't get married the other week? Is that it? Oh, Helen, it's got nothing to do with you. I just don't want to get married, full stop.
Well, even if it was some rich geezer in a morning suit?
Oh.
The kind of bloke that your own man would be proud to have as a son-in-law.
You're being ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I am ridiculous, aren't I? At least in your eyes. Well, maybe you're not the kind of woman that I want to live with anymore.
Bianca holds a fashion show with Ricky and Tiffany as the models. Classic Eastenders continues tomorrow at 1. Next, we join the army in Soldier Soldier.